I'd like to welcome two more returning Leadership Award winners. Deborah Eschmeyer was among the very first winners in 2011 for her work to improve childhood nutrition through the National Farm to School Network and as the co-founder of Food Corps. Gus Schumacher was one of last year's winners for his lifelong efforts to create access to healthy food in underserved communities, most recently as the co-founder of Wholesome Wave. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Deborah Eschmeyer and Gus Schumacher.
Deborah and I are going to do this together because Ben deserves two of us to introduce him.
We fought over it, so.
We did. But we were chatting, Ben and I actually were chatting over dinner, and I'm from a fourth generation vegetable farmer, and Ben is a fourth generation. I'm from New England, he is from Mississippi. We're talking about the salad, and the salad was kale. And we said to each other, you know, our fathers never grew kale in our history. So life is, as Mr. Bittman said, life does change, Ben. You're growing kale, and it's on the menu tonight. But I first met Ben at the Crescent City Farmers Market about a decade ago, when he was one of the founding farmers, Deborah, and he is an extraordinary, innovative gentleman. That was one of the first markets that introduced nutrition incentives for fruits and vegetables. That not only for the SNAP, but also for the women and infant children and for seniors. He was selling his vegetables, as he said, for his quote, local production for local consumption. Ben, I remember one of your really great quotes, and I quote, and this is Ben, but no matter what us farmers plant, the consumers got to change the system. Got to change the system. People buying the end product have to complain. As long as they don't complain, there's no need even talking about it. The marketplace dictates. Ben, well, the market has dictated. You were prescient. When we first met, there were only a couple thousand farmers markets. There are now over, Ricardo, 8,000. And when the market has indeed dictated, families now flock to farmers markets. Even children eat their veggies. And lo and behold, even the White House has a vegetable garden. The Farm Bill passes and includes $100 million, Deborah, for nutrition incentives. So, Ben, the market has truly spoken, even in Washington. So, Deborah, I'm honored to be a colleague and for your remarks. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, so good evening, friends. This is a true honor because, full disclosure, Ben used to be my boss at the National Family Farm Coalition when he was on the board, and now he's the president. And I'm a fifth-generation farmer. This is why I'm allowed to stand up here. So I learned the most powerful and transformational messages about leadership under Ben. And this was when the boss of all farmers, Mother Nature, showed her wrath on Mississippi in Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. And Ben and Darnella, which is Ben's daughter, helped organize this phenomenal tractorcade where the National Family Farm Coalition delivered much needed equipment to farmers from the Midwest to the Mississippi. I don't know if you remember that, Alice Chalmers, but it was beautiful. Thank you. He didn't have to do this. Ben's own farm was devastated. This is Ben in a nutshell. He went out there and he took care of his community when he had his own farm to be concerned about. And this is not an insignificant detail. I had one of the most amazing meals of my life when I was there, and you taught me how to properly prepare chard. So thank you. And Ben has given countless hours to advocating for family farmers and giving a voice to those that were voiceless, and for leading many farmers around the world with La Via Campesina. And he truly demonstrates the power of genuine compassion. And he even inspired his nephew, Melvin, to become a Food Corps service member in Petal, Mississippi, which is obviously deep to my heart. And he grows watermelon, kale, and sweet potatoes for schools locally. So to me, you truly exemplify leadership. It's authentic, action-oriented, farmer-led, and community-focused. And many farmers are introverted, independent, long view, stubbornly optimistic entrepreneurs and stewards of the land that don't love the spotlight. But we're going to take a moment and we're going to shine the spotlight on Ben, and we're going to watch this video.
I'd like to say good evening, everyone, to Deb and Gus for introducing me, and it's a privilege and an honor to accept this award on behalf of thousands and thousands of family farmers in this state and around the world, in this country. I don't know what to say. When I see all these tall buildings and then being on the 44th floor, there's no tall buildings in my town. 3 red lights and we run 2 of them on a regular basis. But indeed it's an honor, a privilege to accept this award, and I will continue as long as I'm able to speak out for those family farmers around the world, and we need the support of you and the foundation and many others in this room that have helped me along the way, and the need that we have pressing forward. Indeed, family farmers are the key to environmental issues, climate change, and the preservation of good, wholesome food. As I first stated, and I will always say in food sovereignty, every human being on the face of the earth is entitled to clean water, good food, and fresh air. Thank you.